Good morning, good morning, good morning, you lovely lot. It is Wednesday and it is about 10 to 8. And Kenzie and I will be leaving for the hospital in about 20 minutes. I have to show you this. I had a small accident last night and it's not what it looks like. I've just found some more on the duvet. What's that? No, I didn't poo the bed. Although you would be mistaken for thinking I pooed the bed. I got up off the bed yesterday evening to go and brush my teeth, and it did look like I'd pooed the bed. There was a huge brown streak with a lump in the middle, and I went, oh, what's that? That's disgusting. And he went, that is a dark chocolate covered cranberry which you were eating earlier, which you have lay on, and it has melted. So we had to strip the bed off. It was all up my thigh where I've been lay on it, and it did look like I had pooed the bed. So I thought we got rid of it all. But I found some, don't ask me how, on my pillow. And then I've woken up this morning and found some on the duvet cover too. I literally got it everywhere. How can one small dark chocolate cranberry create so much mess? I don't know. Lee was just, he was just at me. Like, it's just a cranberry. You've made a mess. So I put that in the washing machine. And if I'd have realised, I'd have put that in as well, but I didn't realise. So I'm going to get dressed. Kenzie's brought me a hot cross bun and a cup of tea, so I've had that. So I'm up and ready to go. I've put a bit of makeup on. I've done my teeth. I just need to get dressed. So that's what I'm going to do. So you can't be here for that. So could you just thank you for now? Excellent. Are you masked?
Mm-hmm.
Yes? You look like, you know, you're going to go rob a bank. Sorted?
Yeah. If I'm like standing in an alleyway and someone walks in, I'll walk straight out.
Yep. Looking dodgy there. Are you taking your jacket?
No.
Okay, let's go then.
I get told.
Yeah, we don't have to go outside, so...
Hey,
Hey.
no wuss.
Let's go. That's what we want.
Stick some little stickers in the arm, we give a little pulse, it feels like a tapping essentially, or it makes the finger jump a little. We can just see how fast the nerves working down here. Then there was a second bit which does use a very, very, very tiny little needle. It's really small, it's like a little acupuncture needle, actually you hardly notice it. And it just looks, just try and look at some of the muscles to see how the muscles are responding to the nerves, if that's okay. Yeah. Strong, sorry.
Well, I'm glad we came when we came. Big queue. How far is that going? All the way down the road to the roundabout?
Big one.
Went very well, didn't it, Kenzie?
Mm-hmm.
So he thinks it was, I can't actually remember the words he used, but I recorded it, so I'll be able to Google it. But basically, I don't know where to put this. I need a cup holder for spog. Yeah, he basically said it was some sort of muscle thing, didn't he?
Mm.
Yeah, that you had like an illness that left this thing. It has a name, and it weakens the muscles, usually in the scapula. And he's pretty convinced that's what he had, and now it's healing. Funny thing was, while I was watching him, he was doing it on the other side, not the side that was damaged. And not being one who likes to interfere, I didn't say anything until he said, well, we're nearly done, just a few more. At which point I said to him, that's not actually the side that's damaged. And he stopped and he looked and he went, no, it's not. No, you're right, it's not, is it? We better do the other side. And I said, I didn't want to say anything because I thought you would end up doing both, and I didn't want to be like a, you know, an interfering WhatsApp. So he laughed and he said, no, you're right, I'm doing the wrong side. So he's had a full MOT. Yum. And after being prickled many times with a needle, I thought he deserved a treat, so. I mean, T and K, can't we, Kenzie Bear? Swing you round so you can see Kenzie Bear. Nice? Battery gadget, are you now? You've done the whole social thing for a half an hour or so. Good cake? Rightio. So, Kenzie went for a nerve conduction study. Let me read out what this is. It is a test on the nerves of the hands, the arms, the legs. He only had his hands and his arms done. Sometimes elsewhere in the body. Test carried out by a doctor or clinical physiologist. A small electrical current is passed through the skin and a recording is made of the natural signals further down the nerve or over a muscle. Usually done with pads attached to the skin. The electrical pulses produce a strange tingling sensation. Some patients find this uncomfortable. It'll only last a few seconds. The muscles may have brief uncontrollable twitches. He also did a thing with, he stuck a needle in him. There you are. It was an electromyography. Depending on the nature of the problem, may be necessary to record the naturally occurring electrical activity within your muscles. A doctor will insert a fine needle into the muscle. He was pinpricked a lot. Please let us know in advance if, yes, most patients do not find this uncomfortable. As with all needles, this can sometimes leave a bruise. Muscles may feel sore after for a while after the test. Okay, and he thinks he has had or has a case of Parsonage Turner Syndrome, sometimes called idiopathic brachial plexopathy, or sometimes called neuralgic amyotrophy, something like that. Anyway, basically it's a condition where you have horrible pain, usually in the shoulder, for several weeks. No idea where it's come from. Could have come from a virus, could have come from using it in a way that's hurt it. Often it's not actually, there's no reason is necessarily found. Excuse me. And then the pain just goes itself after 2 to 4 weeks. Like Kenzie, he just woke up with it. Quite common, they say it starts in the night. And then you suddenly start to notice, once the pain starts to ease off, you start to notice a muscle atrophy somewhere. And obviously his is in the scapula, and they said that is quite a common place for it to be. And then it starts to heal. It comes and then it's gone. So this isn't an ongoing problem. They have said that, and he's going to make a note of it and tell the consultant that in this hand, the one he wasn't supposed to be testing, but he did because he got the wrong arm until I mentioned it, the nerve signal, pulse signal, there's a delay going through here, which he said would normally be a sign of carpal tunnel syndrome. But when he asked Kenzie if he had any tingling or anything in his fingers or numbness, he said no. But he said that is something that he's going to make a note of and talk to to the consultant about, because he is a bit young for carpal tunnel, but Kenzie's obviously still got his marks on his hand because he had that big fall a few weeks ago, and he said it's more than likely from falling, and it will just heal itself. It's just, he could still see the scab on Kenzie's hand, and I said it was a big fall, he really did cut himself on his knees and what have you. He said that's probably where he's, you know, he's had trauma to this part, that's probably why the signal is slow going through, but he said he'll make a note of it anyway. So yes, all good, nothing more sinister underlying, and we have sort of an idea of what's gone on and why. And yep, it'll just heal. We'll continue doing his physio. The physio rang on Monday. She said to continue doing what he's doing. Once a day is fine. So he doesn't have to do it, which is good, because I've been struggling to get him to do it once a day, because we're back at school and I'm working and I'm just forgetting to nag him about it. We've got a chart on there which he sees and doesn't see. I think it's been there now so long that we just don't see it, so he doesn't even remind him. Anyway, I've made myself a nice hot cup of tea. I've run my phone down by going to local places to well, I went to local places to post this parcel for Brendan. He's returning a present that actually somebody else in the family has bought the person he bought it for, so he was sending it back to Amazon. So my idea was I'd come to the village and use the village post office van, because I thought I'll get back in time. But as I dropped Kenzie off at school, my friend pulled up in the car next to us, and she had followed us all the way back from the hospital. And she was like, oh, I've just followed you all the way back from the hospital. So I chatted through car windows for about 20 minutes, forgetting completely that I had to go to this post office. And then literally as I drove into the village, the post van drove out of the village. So I then drove to the next village, or 2 villages up, to the post office there. I could not get a parking spot anywhere. The entire car park was heaving. So then I drove to the next village and it was fine, but you're only allowed one person in the shop at a time. They got a traffic light system going, and this one person, I kid you not, was in there for nigh on 15 minutes. And me and this other woman were out there going, it's so cold, what is she doing? So yeah, we were not impressed. And I literally walked in, handed them my parcel, he scanned it, he printed me out a thing, and I walked out, and the lady behind me went, well, that was quick. I was like, I have stood here for 15 minutes for less than 30 seconds service. So yes, I'm a bit cold, but then I zoomed off around those villages and did a bit of Pokemon hunting. So my phone is virtually flat. My goodness, I've just gone like verbal diarrhea for 6 minutes. I'm sorry. I'm going to take my tea, I'm going to plug my phone in, and I'm going to do nothing now, apart from maybe fold that laundry, for the next 2 hours until I need to go and do the school run. I've decided I'm going to relax. Oh, and by the way, thank you so much for all your get well soons and everything else. I do have this lingering headache here. I can feel it in my, it's like it's just under the skin, like you press the temples, you know, your pressure points, and you can just feel it lurking. The skin is tender, but the cramps have stopped and it's all eased in that department. So in general, feeling more perky. Tired, but more perky. So yeah, rest is clearly what I need. Clearly what I needed. Right, I'm going to go and drink this tea. Well, I enjoyed a bath. I could either sit here for 2 hours doing nothing, or chill out in the bath and get that job done and dusted. So I did that. I'm going to straighten my hair. Alexa, play music.
Here's a station you might like. 80s rock on Amazon Music.
I might like that. I love that. Kenzie's having a very simple tea tonight. He's just having beans on toast, and I chopped up some sausages and put those in there. Kenzie Bear, take that off your head a minute. How's your arm after all the pinpricks?
Good.
Not too achy?
No.
Good, good, good. Excellent. Enjoy! This is Imo's favourite bit, when you taste the food.
I taste the food, and I'm quite happy to taste the food. We've not had a bad one yet.
No, we've not.
So, should we try it?
Go for it.
Stop procrastinating, just eat it.
Just eat it.
Right, here we go.
Get close up of the face.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Like it?
Yeah, it's just very creamy.
Creamy.
It smells stronger upstairs. I think that's because you put the spices in.
I put an extra bit of chilli powder in because I didn't actually think it had very much.
No, it's
thingy, so I threw a
it's
little
you
bit
curry.
Yeah, I threw a little bit of chilli powder in at the last minute.
Yep, definitely you chili.
Nice.
Curry. Definitely. Another winner.
Excellent. This is a me curry, is it? Not too spicy. Didn't feel spicy when I
Try a little bit.
did the sauce.
No, it's not. It's got a nice curry. It's the curry I like because it's got a nice curry taste, and there's nothing violent about it.
And it's
nothing,
creamy.
Yeah.
I like creamy things.
I'm not really too keen on korma, so it's a bit too.
I miss the coconut actually from the korma because this is just creme fraiche. Normally it would have a coconutty kick,
no,
but it's korma style, not korma.
It's got copyright issues.
No. Oh yeah, I like that. Another keeper. Would you say winner winner? Chicken curry dinner.
Yeah.
Nicely filled up now with my yummy curry, and we're going to watch Bake Off. I know we are a day out and I've managed to get through the entire day without anybody telling me who's won or hearing who's won on social media or anything. So as soon as Lee's out of the shower, that's what we're doing. We're going to watch Bake Off and we'll find out who's won. We want the young lad to win because we think he is pretty damn good. Anyway, apart from that, it's been a pretty relaxing day. I mean, obviously run around and done bits with like the hospital and stuff, but really it's been quite relaxing, which is just what I needed. I was feeling so rubbish. I've got a slight headache now, but for the most part I'm feeling pretty much back to normal. Tomorrow I've got the kids as normal on a Thursday, and then Friday Lee's got half a day, so I'll get up in the morning, go for my run on Friday, and then lunchtime Lee will come home and we'll hang out together. So yeah, I've got a nice sort of chilled weekend coming, and I don't think there's much I can do up in the loft because I didn't order the supplies to get it done. So Yeah, I could order the supplies. It's really just the roofy bits that I'm wanting to do, and some more panels. I don't know, we'll see. I might have a weekend off. We'll see. We'll see. I'll get bored and then I'll go and do it anyway, so may as well just order the stuff. I shall stop waffling. I digress. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all tomorrow.